everybody. Welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is your host, Frank Holder. This is the show we talk about sports with comedians. Talent's not in yet, so let me bring in my man Fig. What's going on?
Well, what's the deal, man? Frank, you got too much energy this morning, man. You're way over the top, and you're super excited. I need you to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad I sound excited because I'm not. But yeah,
I know you sound really mild and mannered and sweet. There you go. That's why. That's what it is right there.
There you go. And tired. I stayed up I was playing with a new program last night, and then I looked up and asked, trying to help me do my work, and then last night turned into this morning.
Whatever you want to call what you and your wife do on your personal time is fine with me, Frank. Whatever it is.
I wish that was true. I wish that was true. My man Talent has joined the building. T, what's going on, bro? How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. Doing good. Apologize for the lateness. Had to walk the big boy real quick.
How many dogs you walk anyway? How many dogs you got to walk?
3.
Ooh.
But, you know, they already went out, except for the big boy. Killer had to go out, you know, and then he waited.
Big boy, I'm scared of how big he actually is. That's the scary part.
You know, it's funny. The big boy, when I say big boy, he actually ain't the big one, but he's the oldest. So, you know, and he's a killer, so I call him big boy. You know, he get on you, Frank. I can't get him off.
I bet when you say killer, I bet he really is the killer. I bet he really
is. Seriously, I'm serious.
Yeah, I'd be one of those friends talking about, oh, come on, yeah, oh, you just call him a killer because he's a killer. He really a killer, and I'll be the one dead. You talk about, well, I tried to tell him he was a killer, but you know, he didn't listen. Good show, man. I just saw some news this morning that I was like, I think I forgot to talk about it, so I'm going to jump in real fast, talk about it before we talk about this NBA stuff, because this NBA news, I'm sure we'll have us talking for a couple of hours. So, T, let me just throw to give respect to Serena Williams. She is hinting that she is going to unretire because she had an interview on Good Morning America, and she referenced Tom Brady and said that Tom Brady set precedence for a cool trend. And I was like, you know, it might be cool if she unretires, but I think she should just stay retired because she's accomplished so much. Like, nobody's seeing her record no time soon. You know what I'm like? Ain't nobody seeing that. So I was thinking it didn't make sense for her to, you know, to unretire.
It makes all the sense in the world. Okay. And I say that because you got to put yourself in the athlete's shoes. Because she lost, changed everything. Because remember, she was talking about going to that next phase in life before the results, before we knew who the outcome was going to be. Fast forward, she got upset. You know, she lost. So no real champion loves to leave like that. You know what I mean? Even Jordan returned because, you know, I'm on the top. This tragedy happened. I need some time off. I'm going to go baseball, boom, boom, boom. But he knew he had a lot left in the tank. And he came back and he did a damn thing again. You know, it's hard to leave any game. If you play at that level of athleticism, it's hard to leave, and much less leave on a loss. I know she talking about coming back because she thought she was going out with the big bang. Mm-hmm. Them young kids, man, they catch up to you. You got to listen.
I'm trying to tell you, they do it real fast. The show we watch is called Box Seats, where we talk about comedians. We talk about sports with comedians. Vic, I know when you hear the news that she may unretire, you don't seem to be too shocked either. What's your take?
You know, man, I'm sort of torn by the decision. If she could come back and play at a high level, I love to see Serena and Venus go at it. I think possibly what may have gave her the idea to come back is the final. When she saw Coco Gauff go out, it's like she's not ready to take the baton and carry it on to the next level. And I believe had that been Serena playing that other young lady, she would have beat her because Coco Gauff pretty much beat herself. She lost on like what they call unforced errors. And Serena's serve and the way that she looked in that last 3 games, man, just said that she does have a little left. With a little more practice and a little more time on the court, she may be able to get to what we would consider a championship level. She's never going to reach her height of where she was at a championship level, but I think she can reach a height where she can possibly win another title.
All right. In other news, speaking of tennis, I don't want to talk about this one too long because I don't really know Roger Federer's career like that. I did a little bit of research, but Roger Federer announced this morning that he is going to retire at the end of next week. He's got over 20 Grand Slams under his belt. Do you think Roger Federer retiring is going to set the same type of waves throughout the tennis community that Serena did, even though he's a male, and even though he got over 20 Grand Slams, whereas Venus got 44 Grand Slams under her belt? What do you think, T?
Not really. His name is Federer. I can't even see if you're talking too much about it. I mean, of course, they're gonna do what they do. They're gonna go through the motions, all the stats like you just did, and oh, what a wonderful career, blah blah. But it's not gonna be the same hoopla, if you will, of how he was over Venus. Just a way more stellar career, a lot more accolades, and those sisters was like synonymous with household names for the last 20 years or whatever. So, that right there, and like you just hinted on, female. The climate right now, first female or black female, whatever, that's going to be a stronger talking point all day versus guys. The only thing guys can do to match up and level the playing field, or who's going to be talked about more, we got to die.
Oh my God!
I don't know if he's wrong about that one. I don't know if he's wrong about that one.
No, think about what I'm telling you. Like,
I am. That's what I'm saying. I think
it makes it like a guy with the same accolades or close to it, and the woman, in this climate right now, because the woman thing is so huge, and we're trying to level the playing field and all that. If me and the girl the same thing, the woman's going to have a little more impact on her story. Now, if I die,
yeah,
I'll trump her story. You know what I mean? Like the Queen, they still burying the Queen.
Yeah, she's doing the whole big tour.
Queen died 2 weeks ago. They still burying the Queen.
Fig, do you think Roger Federer news retiring is going to extend his shockwaves, even though he won 20 Grand Slams, like would be with Venus?
I don't know, man. It's my favorite cheese, Federer cheese. I like Federer cheese.
Oh my God! Oh,
no, Federer. He's been in the game a long time, man. He's right up there with the greats on the men's side. Rafael Nadal and Federer. Those are the two names that you would see on the leaderboard, or those guys would be competing for championships when they both played in the same tournament. And if Federer played and Rafa Nadal played, the winner was going to be one of those two. And the fact that that he announced his retirement, man, is just like there's going to be one left that that there's going to be a possible surefire winner. So if you needed to bet, you need to put money on it. Go with Nadal, because if Federer is not there.
All right, so we're going to change the subject because my man Michael Sean is now joining the show. Mike, you get the first question up. Yeah, I don't know if you heard Mike Sean. LeBron James came out yesterday and spoke against this whole situation that's going on after the Robert Sarver investigation. LeBron James was adamant that the NBA definitely got this wrong. And then Adam Silver was interviewed yesterday on NBA Today, and he just basically said that there's not much he can do because he doesn't preside over NBA ownership. He only presides over the players, and the teams. He can't do anything literally over that. So with that being said, I want to ask you, do you think LeBron James coming out and Chris Paul coming out, do you think it's going to do anything like, for example, here's the thing. When we had this discrimination and we had the case with the guy got killed, I forgot the black man's name. He got killed when he got choked and killed. All the players band together and they stopped playing. They literally stopped playing. Do you think we're going to see something close to that situation with this, Mike Sean? What you think?
First of all, okay, we can't curse. Adam Silver is so full of ish right now, saying that he can't do anything about this. That's number one. You're the commissioner. If you want to do something and you want to press this, you can. And you know you can. That's why LeBron is sitting there saying, dog, like, for real? Like, you gonna let this happen? And you're not gonna do nothing? And your excuse is, I can't. Really? So why do so many NBA players get suspended? You can do something about that. But when the owners get involved, you can't do nothing about that. Like, dog, this is literally so embarrassing that he has not stepped up and said he's offended. He hasn't even said, Adam Silver hasn't even said he's offended by what happened. He ain't even say he mad about what happened. But let any one of these NBA player dudes go run into the stands and beat somebody up. Everybody loses their mind. Everybody loses their mind.
Yeah,
Yes, you can do something, Adam Silver. You can do something about this, and you should be upset. You should be furious that this is going on.
T, I'm gonna ask you this, man. I don't know if that's a great analogy that Mike used, but I'm gonna ask you this because NBA player run up the stand. I understand that too, but in the hierarchy of things, Silva got fined $10 million and suspended for a year. Do you think what LeBron James said is gonna send some repercussions throughout the league? Do you think that the NBA should have done more? What's your thought process on everything? I mean, a lot of stuff is happening and still happening now because Chris Paul came out. A couple other NBA players are coming out saying some stuff. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, first of all, Mike, you expected too much from Adam Silver. And when you compare what happened here to like the violent situations like the melees and them coming down hard, and that's totally different thing. First of all, Adam Silver, he looks like he wants somebody to touch him. He looks like he welcomes these comments. He's a sweetheart. So first of all, he's a sweetheart. So this is not the type of crime he wants to hang his hat on. He looked more like he touched him on. He looking fat back there, Adam. What? Adam just looking like a sweetheart. So that's one thing. Second thing is, of course, you can do more. And Mike's right. It starts from you have to personally own and attach yourself to something as a commissioner to say, hey, I'm appalled. Not only am I offended, I'm appalled. There's no place for this here. Blah blah blah. Until this gets right, this is what we're gonna do. And that's a simple meeting. The same way he's trying to pass the buck and say, the players and the owners got to get together and do whatever they got to do. Same way he's trying to pass that buck, you could call an owner meeting. Mm-hmm. You, the commissioner, you can call an owner meeting in a heartbeat and say, guys, we all know what's going on here. This is unacceptable. We're Paul. We look like crap to the world. And da da da. What we gonna do? Instead of just, give them a week or give them a year. $10 million, which is barely a sneeze for these guys. So that slap in the wrist is not going to condone, stop any behavior that's wrong. And the players, depends on how strong they get with this, because see, in the world of social media, we're all quick to drop a quick little statement. The follow through is where the money's at. The follow through, the statement, we all do that every day. Oh, you see this is bullshit. I'm upset. Okay, we know you're upset. Now, what's up with the follow? How upset are you? Like when we look at all the injustices going on in the past 5 years in these streets, people was talking for a long time. It wasn't until the follow through things started getting a little spotlight on them, and they started to make a little examples and change a few things because the world is watching. Because tens of thousands of people marched on the Capitol and stuff like that. The follow through is what we got to see. Yeah, we see the comments, Frank, but give it 3 to 5 days and let's see if there's any follow.
Well, LeBron would be the man to do that. Fig, talk to me. You saw the speech that the NBA commissioners did. I missed it. You saw it. You saw it live. Tell me, what are we missing, or are we missing anything?
No, well, the first thing is that Talent used a thing, Paul. Paul is upset that every time something goes wrong, somebody use his name. He everybody want to be appalled. You can't be appalled. How about you be flabbergasted? How about
Flabbergasted?
Yo, the thing is that look, I really don't believe, or I don't know. I don't believe that Adam Silver has the power to remove an owner. That's something that has to be done by the owners. It's almost like it's almost like in the NFL. Like I'm not exactly sure. I don't think the commissioner actually works for the NBA owners, but I don't think he has the power to actually make an owner step down or sell a team. That came from all the other owners putting pressure on Donald Sterling to sell his team. All the other owners got together and they pushed for that. In that he was hurting the entire NBA. Now, if the players step up and be like, listen, there's no place. That's what LeBron said. There's no place for this in our organization. There's no place for this kind of mentality, these kind of actions in the NBA. And he said, this guy got to go. If the players band together, there's strength in numbers. This guy will have to go. If the players decide, look, this guy got to go. We not playing for him. What is he going to do? Because that's the power that the players have. They can get together and say, you know what? We're not playing for Phoenix under this ownership. So somebody else is going to have to take ownership of the Phoenix Suns, or we're not going to play. That's the power that we have. Are you taking a chance? Absolutely. But in order to effect change, you have to take chances. In the 60s, when people marched and protest and stuff like that, those people took chances. They took chances not only with their jobs, with their lives.
Yeah,
So
like
if we really want change, you got to take a chance.
Yeah,
you
like the NBA boycott.
make a stand.
Yeah, like the NBA boycott that happened when all the teams ultimately quit on that day that they were playing and everything. Yeah, they need to do something like that. T, let's keep it moving.
How you skip me?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry, my bad. No, I started with you. What are you talking about? I skip you. You were the first.
He started with you, Mike. Mike, put the drink down. Put the drink down.
Mike was first.
All I got is cards, and I got an anti-acid. That's all I have. That's all I have. I just want to say one more thing. Adam Silver is a punk because Donald Sterling got his team taken, and he could easily do the same damn thing to the Suns.
But see, this was I was going to say before we switch gears is this is at a point where if he doesn't do anything or do anything that's satisfactory to everybody, this can easily. Fig was talking about the Phoenix team. I think Fig, this is a league thing now. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're connected to a league, and it shines off of the other owners if they're cool with moving forward with a bigot, with a racist, with an asshole, with a racist, whatever label negative thing he's doing. It becomes a league thing. If you work at a Starbucks and the CEO of Starbucks in general did this type of thing, it ain't the point that he's in your branch. It's the point that you're working for a corporation where the head feels this way and does these things. This is a league thing. That's why I said the follow through. The players, all those players all you need is top 10, top 12. That for all these teams that say, yeah, I'm with that and I'm with that because this is a league problem. Then look, I bet you those owners do what they did with Sterling because it became a league problem.
And I know, Frank, you gotta move on to your next story. Why has Devin Booker not said anything? Why is LeBron the one stepping up saying this?
Because he's the face of the league.
No, because Devin Booker is the best player on that team.
Yeah, he's the star in that team. He should be stepping up
and say something and be like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not playing for y'all dudes.
He's
like,
still
I can't stand. I've stood up for so many people that I shouldn't have stood up for. But Devin Booker right now is an effing coward. Right
Monty Williams
now.
Too. Monty, I put it
and
on
Monty Williams is too.
We did it this week, Mike.
Yeah, we did.
Mike said I stood up for people watching this. We did it this week.
Yeah.
The only thing,
Yeah, we did. We
Mike,
did.
the only
Queer ass
problem is,
niggas.
the only problem is when Mike stand up for somebody, we might not see him.
That's low. That's low. T. All right, so we gonna move on. T. I wanted to say that I don't know if you heard this story, but Donovan Mitchell literally came out yesterday when he was being interviewed by ESPN, and he said, "You know what? I wanted to work things out. I wanted to stay." Now he's with Cleveland Cavaliers. He downplayed the reports that he had issues with Rudy Gobert. He said, but he just threw everything out there on Danny Ainge. He said that he was upset that Danny Ainge broke up the team, but he wanted to stay with Utah, and he didn't agree with that. And he says, "You know what? I don't know what the reports are saying that we really didn't believe in each other." He's like, that wasn't true. He said he wanted to work things out, but Danny Ainge came in and just started sending people out quickly. Didn't try anything. Didn't have no team meeting with anybody. Didn't do anything else. Meanwhile, Danny Ainge disputes all of that too. So somebody's lying here, man.
I know in my heart of hearts that I can believe that. In my heart of hearts, because the way it ended up being tells you who did what. We've been watching NBA our whole lives, Frank. And from time to time, not a year goes by, we don't see at least one or two players wanting out or demanding out. And it's always played out a certain type of way that okay, that guy wanted out. The way this played out, there's some truth to that. Because these two guys, I don't give a fuck, they arguing, they have a spat, whatever. Ain't no way a regular team in their own mind, their right mind, get rid of both. That don't happen. That's as regular gets in the NBA. So you got two star players that they get into it and they're tiff. You can't do nothing with the tiff. So you get rid of one. So everybody was like, "Oh man, I've seen that coming." Sent Rudy over there, and then you throw Mitchell on the block. That is the weirdest outcome of this situation. So there has to be we didn't know what was going on. We just woke up and our name, we got the papers to go over to here and over to there. It's got to be some validity to that. But the way it ended up, we've watched this happen 100 times, literally. And it goes a certain way if you're trying to build a winning team anyway.
I can't even disagree with that. But Greg, I've never seen, in all my years of watching the NBA, I've never seen somebody come in and get rid of the whole team. I've never seen that. And Danny Ainge came in and he got rid of the whole team. He started from scratch. I don't think there's too many people. I don't think there's anybody left on the team. He got a whole bunch of new team and lottery picks. What's your take?
Frank, Danny. Not only did he play for the Celtics, he was in the front office. He got rid of the whole damn team when he got to the Celtics.
Yes.
He got rid of Paul Pierce. He got rid of Kevin Garnett. He got
rid of three top name players. That's what he did.
Well, that's the way all Danny Ainge got rid of in Utah is the two top players.
Yeah, but the difference is look at the age difference though, Fig. Look at a team building up and look at a team with veteran players. That's different.
Hey, Fig. You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right.
Hold on, Mike.
Continue.
Hold on, Mike.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, Mike. Go ahead.
I think that Danny wanted his own guys. You know what I mean? A lot of times when a person takes over in any organization, they want their own crew. You know what I mean? Players, whatever. In the NBA, there's a lot of movement when leadership changes. When you got general managers, president of operations, when they come in, they change the roster. They want their own guys. I think the fact that these two guys were beefing may have been a catalyst for it, but that happens on every team. At some point, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were beefing. When Scottie went out with the migraines, Michael Jordan wasn't happy with that. When he went out and decided that he wanted to get surgery at the beginning of the season because he didn't like his contract. Michael Jordan didn't like that, but those guys stuck together. They worked through it and they made it work to the point where they won a championship. Hell, Dennis Rodman took off and made his own vacation during the season out in Vegas and was on a big party tour and stuff like that. But Michael Jordan flew out and said, "Yo, Dennis, we need you. Come on back. Let's do our thing." So I don't think it's the arguing on the team, because once you get to playing, that competitive spirit gets together and everybody wants to win. So, but Danny Ainge, I think he just wanted his own regime.
Michael Sean, your thoughts?
Let me take a deep breath.
Woosah.
Danny Ainge has done this his entire career as a general manager. He does this all the time. He sells out the entire team because he believes he can build another team, like he did with Boston. He did the same thing. Like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett got traded to the Nets simply because he was like, I'll make another team. And I'm not saying he's not good at it. What I'm saying is that nobody wants to go to Utah. That's what he don't get. This ain't Boston. Nobody wants to go to Utah. He's not going to get a free agent to go to Utah. I promise you. He's going to have to make sure he has all 60,000 draft picks that he has. And he's going to make sure that he can make and make the correct draft pick, because nobody other than Karl Malone wants to go to Utah. I promise you. Danny Ainge is gonna go ahead.
You know what else? Donovan Mitchell is gonna find out nobody wants to go to Cleveland either.
Until LeBron goes there.
Well, if LeBron goes back.
And that's where LeBron's going.
You think he's going back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's waiting for his youngest son to come in the league. By that time, LeBron will be on the tail end. He wants to go out with the son, with all the cheers and accolades and everything else. And what better place to go out than where you're from, with your youngest son coming on the team too? Yeah, he's going back Cleveland. I think he's going back Cleveland.
Okay.
The NFL is doing something tonight that they have never done. Besides, we know there's an NFL game tonight. But if you don't have Amazon Prime, you ain't watching the game. That's just facts. Like, you got to have Amazon Prime to watch Thursday night game. A lot of people about to find that out tonight the hard way. They're going to find out whether or not they got the subscription package. But the NFL felt that they needed to make that move to do that. So do you think there's going to be a lot of viewers tonight upset that the Thursday night football game against Kansas City Chiefs are playing the San Diego Chargers? Huge game. AFC West rivals. But a lot of people, I don't even think, realize that it ain't on Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network. What's your thoughts, T?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. It don't matter. Okay. Everybody got Amazon. So what are you going to gain? Another 150 viewers? Like, everybody in America got damn Amazon. Have you been asleep this whole pandemic? These packages been going out, being delivered every half hour, on the half hour, every doorbell being rang. And why? Because if you got Prime, you get free delivery. Everybody got it.
Yeah, I know.
Only people like you, Frank, who always talk about it's not in your market, you're the only type of people. There's 150 of y'all left.
No. I got Amazon.
Let me tell you how bad it is out here. You know how bad it is out here, Mike? We laughing. I got Amazon, and I forgot I had it.
Listen, see,
something happened, and somebody said, "Oh, yeah, you need to have Prime." And I picked my phone up, and I said, the app, and I'm like, "Why do I have this app?" I hit on it, logged me in. It was like, "Where you been at, T?" I said, "Oh, I didn't know I had it." Everybody in America, the only people gonna be mad is maybe some indigenous people. They don't have it on the reservation. I don't know. I haven't seen them put in those trucks running up in the reservations. But other than that, I think it ain't gonna move the needle here anymore.
Oh my God.
Listen, my bell has rung twice since I've been here. It's rung twice since I've been here. I got Amazon. It's run twice. Fake, what's your take on this, bro? What's your thoughts?
And Talent might be right. If you got a Fire Stick, you got Amazon, because the Fire Stick is even made by Amazon.
I'm telling you, everybody got it.
I got some. Listen, I got so many packages for Amazon during the pandemic, man. I felt like a department store. I was like, yo, every day I got a package for Amazon. I was like, yo, did we hit the lottery? Like, why I keep getting these packages from Amazon? This is ridiculous. Man, my wife couldn't stop ordering from Amazon. I was like, this is ridiculous. I got stuff I don't even need. I got a bin of packages that ain't even open. I think she just ordered stuff because she couldn't find nothing else to do.
So I take it you're gonna be watching the game tonight. I'm
definitely gonna be watching the game tonight. It's in my market.
It's in my market too. Mike Sean, I take it that you're gonna be watching the game tonight too. There's gonna be no unhappiness in your house. Like you gotta have it too, right?
Okay, let me just set this up real quick. I do have Amazon, and I'm gonna watch the game, but the Super Bowl will be pay-per-view. Promise you, in a few years, the Super Bowl will be pay-per-view. It will be, excuse me, it'll be $15, $30, $50, and tell me which one of y'all in the square ain't gonna pay for it.
Me,
Frank. If you don't
I'm
shut your ass up, like you
not
you're not gonna watch the Super Bowl.
I will watch the Super Bowl, but I ain't paying for it. I'm gonna go to somebody's house.
Oh, for real?
And watch it with them. I'm not paying for it.
Frank, the amount of money that you're gonna spend on gas to go to somebody's house, you could just go ahead.
You might as well pay.
I'd rather pay the gas than give the Super Bowl millions and help them get.
The Super Bowl will be a pay-per-view event, just like Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya. Watch what I say. In 5 years, there will not be a Super Bowl that we don't pay for.
All right, so Thursday Night Football is kicking off tonight. Since we talk about Thursday Night Football, let me just jump in and throw this out to you because I want to do the NFL picks before we roll up out of here today. We definitely got to do that. Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chargers. No one is talking about how good the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs. No one is talking about how good the Kansas City Chiefs are playing without Tyreek Hill. Are we overlooking the fact that Kansas City it really is that good, or was that just one game? What's your take?
I think they're really that good. I watched this boy in a couple of post interviews, and I go off of your confidence and your swagger, and even after the supposed injury and everything, he's back in that early stride. You know, he's back. He's reminding me of 3 seasons ago in those post interviews. I think they're really that good. They plugged some holes over there. And dude, I always thought dude was dope. Even when he lost in that championship game, the things he was doing, bro. I'm like, if he didn't have all those injuries on the Chiefs, like it would have been crazy. So now that they plugged the holes and got a little bit of healthiness back and everything, and looking at him, even him. Oh, he got an injury. Is it going to affect him again? Man, it was in the interview like, it feels great.
All right, so who you got?
He said feel better all day.
Who you got, Kansas City or San Diego?
Oh, Kansas City all day.
Okay, you got Kansas City. All right.
Only thing good about San Diego is the zoo. Have you ever been? It's beautiful. The zoo.
Yeah,
they have a pretty.
No.
The San Diego, the zoos.
Like they have amazing lions. Like they really.
Eric Bieniemy is overlooked. Do you think we all as NBA fans are overlooking how good of a job Eric Bieniemy has been doing over the last couple of years because Kansas City really looked that dope when they left, when Tyreek Hill left? And who you got for the game tonight?
No, Eric Bieniemy is exceptional offensive coordinator, and had his skin been a little lighter, he'd be the head coach of somebody's team because he's an absolute amazing mind when it comes to playing offensive football. The Kansas City Chiefs were an injured team for the last couple of years. They're healthy. They got more receivers. I mean, they lost one of the top receivers, Tyreek Hill, but I think this one here is what they call addition by subtraction. You subtract the one guy, but you get 2 to 3 more. And now the defense on the other side of the ball, they don't know who to cover because now Patrick Mahomes could throw it to anybody. And they still got Travis Kelce, which has got to be one of the top 5 or top 3 tight ends in the entire NFL. So he's almost unguardable. So I think Kansas City is on a revenge tour because people keep talking about all these new quarterbacks. Like Patrick Mahomes was in a car accident or something like that. Like he no longer exists. And I think he got a chip on his shoulder. And watch out for Kansas City this year.
Mike and Sean, who you taking, man? It's supposed to be a good game tonight. Who you taking?
Kansas City. The best quarterback in football is Patrick Mahomes. Like that's that dude is the best quarterback in football. He may not do what everybody wants him to do. He does some crazy stuff sometimes, and he'll throw a behind the back pass and a no look pass and all that. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, and he's going to prove it this year. Because everybody was like, oh, Tyreek Hill's not going to be here. Oh, he's not going to be here. Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes way before Tyreek Hill was Tyreek Hill. Like, understand that this dude can throw passes when his feet aren't even set correctly.
Right.
He can throw 50-yard passes when he's not even where he's supposed to be or how he's supposed to be standing in the whole 9. Like, stop it already.
Yeah.
Like the dude is they're going to be in the playoffs and they're going to win tonight.
5 touchdowns last week, Frank.
Yep.
Five.
All right, so I'm gonna do my pick. I for a minute there, I was gonna take the Chargers, but I found out just now that their tight end is not gonna be playing the game. Their tight end
because they tight end. Their tight end's not gonna be there, and they check. You know what, Frank? You know what? I love you like an older brother, bro.
But
you be saying stuff.
You be
saying some stuff that be killing me right now, yo.
Yeah, this is. All right, let me do that. Who beat the Chiefs last year? Anybody remember?
The Chargers.
Yeah, and the Chargers almost beat them twice last year. And they have their whole squad coming back with a couple of new additions, new coach, everything. So that's why I was gonna pick the Chargers, but I'm still not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick them for one reason only, because the reason why they almost beat the Chargers and they did beat was because that phenomenal player, the tight end, he ain't playing tonight. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Who's the tight end that is so phenomenal? Who's the tight end? Yeah. Thank you.
I'll tell you in a second.
No. Google it. Google it.
Hey Siri,
Frank's like, I was gonna pick the Chargers, but I found out that they're doing cherry flavored Gatorade on the side.
Hey Siri, who are the tight ends?
I'm gonna go ahead and get the Chiefs.
He's like, I was gonna pick the Chargers, but they all got chicken McNuggets.
I can't Keenan.
Yeah, exactly.
Keenan Thompson.
There you go. Thank you.
It's Keenan and Kel.
Keenan Ivory Wayne was the tight end.
Keenan. He ain't playing. I can't think his last name. He's not playing. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. All right, the Dolphins and the Ravens are playing. Who got who?
Who's the tight end? Who's the tight end?
Well, I'm gonna go with. Do we know where it is?
It's at Baltimore.
I'm gonna go with Ravens.
Ravens. Fig, who you taking?
I got Baltimore, man. I got Baltimore this entire year.
Yeah, Baltimore. I see Baltimore. I got Baltimore too. Fig, you gotta please make sure you go over, take who we all doing the picks, so we can all figure out who's leading the pick. Thank you. Appreciate you. Mike, who you got?
No, man, get
Look, I got that one person with chip on his shoulder, Lamar Jackson. Y'all done stirred this kid up, and now it's gonna be a problem. Now until he plays Buffalo. When he plays Buffalo, that's gonna be a problem. They're not gonna let him do what he does. But other than that,
all right, the Jets are playing at Cleveland. Has anybody got the Jets besides talent?
Yes. Everybody got the Jets. Who's taking Cleveland?
I'm taking Cleveland. I got Cleveland.
Give me some of that money.
You stole me from last week. I'm not betting you no more. I ain't get my last $10. I can't bet you this $10.
Run it back.
Nah, run it back.
Hold up.
Double it up. Double it up.
Wait. Talent.
Right.
You think
Does
Joe
anybody-
Flacco is gonna beat the Browns?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I think Mount Vernon JV can beat the Browns.
Okay, all right. Fig, you got the
Browns
Browns.
ain't
You got the Jets. Fig, you got the Browns. You got the
I'm
Jets.
thinking, man. I'm thinking.
I pay my money because I'm about
Yeah,
to bet Talent. I pay my money. Talent, no, I pay my money.
Hold on, Mike. Go ahead, Fig. Who you got?
Oh man, this is this is not a gimme.
Yes, it is.
You know what? I'll go with the Jets.
All right, Jets. Mike, you got the Browns, right, Mike?
Of course, I got the Browns.
Washington's at Detroit. T. Who you got? Washington or Detroit?
Washington.
All right, Fig. Who you got?
Detroit.
Who you got, Mike?
Detroit.
I got Detroit too. Put me down for Detroit. The Colts are playing Jacksonville. Does anybody got Jacksonville?
No.
I don't think so either.
Who
The
they playing?
Buccaneers-
Wait. Who they playing?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, the Colts
Are
are playing
playing
Jacksonville.
who? The Colts.
Colts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take Jacksonville.
Okay, I got the Colts. Tampa Bay is very injured. They going into New Orleans. They're playing New Orleans. I think that could be a gimme, but we'll see. T, who you got? Who you got? Tom Brady's Bucks or you got New Orleans Saints?
Man, I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay, I'm going with the Saints. Who you got? Fig?
Of
I'm
course.
going with my man Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Who you got, Mike?
Sean Payton's not there anymore, so I'll go with the Bucks.
The Panthers are playing the Giants. That's going to be a good game. The Panthers are at New York Giants.
That's not going to be a good game.
I got the Giants. T, who you got?
I'm gonna go Giants.
Who you got, Fig?
I'm going with the Giants.
Who you got, Mike?
Giants.
Patriots are playing in Pittsburgh, and Mac Jones is sick today and not even practicing today. Who you got, T? Pittsburgh or the Patriots?
So tough. Two racist cities.
Two racist cities.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Who you got? Who you got, Fig?
I'm going with Pittsburgh. You know that's my team this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers, baby.
Who you got, Mike?
Yo, the Patriots could be playing Afghanistan, and I would pick Afghanistan.
I'm taking the Patriots.
I'm not picking the Patriots on any game.
The Falcons
ever.
are playing the Chargers. T, who you got?
Oh, see, I'll take the Chargers there. How the Chargers playing twice?
I meant the Rams. I'm sorry, the Rams. I hit the Rams.
Oh, I'm about to say that's a phenomenal team, ain't it?
I said the Rams. I meant the Rams.
It's two right back up.
Falcons are playing the Rams. Falcons are playing the Rams. I got the Rams. Who you got, T?
Right.
Who you got, Fig?
I got the Rams.
Who you got, Mike?
Afghanistan.
Rams.
Rams. I got the Rams. I got the Rams.
Seattle is playing San Francisco. Mike, who you got? I'll start with you first. Who you got, Mike?
Oh man, I so want San Fran to win, but I have this funny feeling that Seattle's gonna win this game,
Right.
And Jimmy G's gonna be in there, so I'm gonna take Seattle.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle too. Fig, who you got?
I'm going with San Francisco. I think last week was a fluke.
Okay, T, who you got?
I'm going with Geno Smith.
What?
You going with Joe Broke Gino?
What?
I'm going with Geno Smith. Say what you want to say. He won that game last week.
He did
Bengals
play.
are
He
playing
did
at
play well.
Dallas.
He did play well.
No.
Bengals are playing at Dallas. Who you got, T?
Who's playing in Dallas?
Oh, you know, this is a blowout. This is a blowout. This should be a blowout. Bengals by 23 points at least. This should be a blowout.
I got Bengals by 21 too. Who
Yeah,
you got?
this-
Who you got, Fig?
I got Cincy, baby.
Who you got, Mike?
How much money did you bet, Frank,
Or what?
on the Cincinnati Cowboy game? How much money? Because you're like,
I
I
bet
got my
zero.
money.
I bet
How
a
much
Pepsi.
money did you bet?
I bet a Pepsi. Can we keep going? Come on. Who you got? Answer the thing, man. Who you got?
This is the nonsense that I be talking about. Look, I already bet my money on it on Cincinnati. I already bet my money on that.
T. Houston at Denver Broncos. Who you got? Houston at Denver Broncos.
Oh,
Denver
geez.
Broncos with Russell Wilson after that loss they just had. You got Houston?
Yeah, you still mile high, bro. Denver, you gotta go mile high. The breathing gonna change for everybody.
All right, who you got? Who you got, Fig?
Denver.
Denver. I'm gonna take Denver too. Mike, who you got?
Denver.
Arizona coming off the horrible loss. They're going to the Las Vegas Raiders, and they got to play the Raiders. Who you got, T? You got the Arizona Cardinals or the Raiders?
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go with. I think the Raiders are gonna win.
I got the Raiders. Fig, who you got?
I think those guys get it together. I think Carr and them get it together this week. I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Who you got, Mike? The Raiders or the Cardinals?
The most overrated quarterback in the history of the NFL is Kyler Murray. I go with the Raiders.
Okay. The Bears are at Green Bay. And Aaron Rodgers does not have any wide receivers. And the Bears look good and all that slippery slide stuff. That could have been a fluke. Who you got, T? You got the Bears or you got the Packers?
You know I'm going Packers. I can't bet against them.
Okay. Fig, who you got?
The Bears.
I'm going with the Packers. Who you got, Mike?
I got the Bears simply because I want Aaron Rodgers to be mad. Like I want to see him pissed off at the end and blame everybody else except himself, because he blames everybody except himself. I'm going for the. I want the Bears to win so bad. You would think I'm a Bears fan.
All right. On Monday night, there's a doubleheader. It's Tennessee Titans are playing Buffalo. That should be a really good game.
Yeah.
Who you got, T? Tennessee Titans or Buffalo?
Buffalo all day.
Okay. Who you got, Fig? Tennessee or
Little
Buffalo?
Mafia.
Okay. And Mike, who you got? Tennessee or Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Okay, I got Buffalo too. Minnesota is playing Philadelphia. Who you got, T? Minnesota or the Eagles?
I think I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yep, I got the Vikings too because the Vikings look real good Sunday. Who you got, Fig?
I'm going with Filthy.
Okay, and who you got, Mike?
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles. Yeah.
Why?
I'm definitely going with the Eagles. And whoever wants to bet, let me know.
Who threatened you?
Nobody except you right now.
You know, normally I respect your intelligent sports banter and opinions and stuff. But
Jalen Hurts is really turned into a quarterback. He really has turned into a quarterback. Like it, and he's got 2 wide receivers. He's got a running back. Like they got weapons.
Give me 100. Give me 100 on it.
He always does that.
I don't see it happen. Minnesota's solid.
Okay. I got the 100. I got yep.
All right. Either or. You know, the NBA.
How does Taylor do that? Like, how does he do that? Like, how does he intimidate me into literally?
All right, before we roll up out here, let's do a quick fast either or. All right, let me go through this real fast. T, you go up first. You got Dennis Rodman or Charles Barkley in the height of their career. Who you got?
Oh, Charles Barkley.
Okay. Oh, height of his career for rebound and everything else. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because he give you that and then some. Like Rodman gives you 0 offense.
Okay. Big. You got in the height of their career, Clyde Drexler or Mitch Richmond. Who you got?
I'm taking Drexler.
No.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, over Mitch Richmond, huh? Okay. Interesting. And Michael Sean, before we roll up out of here, I want to ask you, you got Tim Duncan in the height of his career playing one style, or you got the Joker playing at the height of his MVP?
Oh, Tim Duncan all day. The only reason Tim Duncan didn't average 30 is because he was a team player.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Joker wants no smoke with Tim Duncan in his prime.
All right, T, you got Allen Iverson in the height of his career, crossing up people left and right, or you got Tim Hardaway in the height of his career running TMC. Who you got?
Right, I got to go with Iverson.
Over Tim Hardaway? Okay.
Yeah, and I like Tim Hardaway, but Again, these guys, everybody doesn't have more than 1 or 2 dimensions. Once you get to 3 dimensions or better, you're a complete player, to me. You know what I mean? Like Tim Hardaway has been on in a couple of situations where he could have easily got some chips. He had those kind of components on his team. Couldn't get it done. Couldn't get over that hump.
Okay. Mike, you got Chris Mullin in one position in the height of his career, or you got Danny Ainge in his position in the height of his
Chris
career.
Mullin. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Chris Mullin, you gotta be absolutely crazy to put Danny Ainge in the same level as a dream team player. And Chris Mullin was a beast. Like he wasn't athletic, but stop.
In all fairness, I couldn't find nobody else to compare to Chris Mullin. So
don't do that to me. Like,
I couldn't find nobody else to compare to.
Dragic, you compare to Chris Mullin, Dragic Petrovic.
Hey, Frank said he ran out of players. Frank's like Ray Allen and Jake from State Farm. And the height though.
At his prime, at Jake from State Farm.
Fig, you get the last one because I couldn't figure out nobody with this dude either.
Give us more. Give us more.
I'm running out. John Sally or Dennis Rodman? Who you got?
John Sally. Oh, Dennis. Dennis was man. People listen. People don't realize how good Dennis was. Let me tell you how good Dennis was. The year that Scottie Pippen, I just talked about it earlier. The year that Scottie Pippen went for that surgery right at the beginning of the season, Dennis Rodman was the one who picked up some of the scoring for Scottie Pippen. People don't realize Dennis Rodman was a big time scorer in college.
So you picking Dennis?
Dennis Rodman.
All right, one for you, Frank. Before you go, one for you. All right,
go ahead, Taylor. Go get it.
Mr. Clean. Height of their careers, Mr. Clean, or Flo from Progressive Auto Insurance. And the height though.
Yo, tell it. I think you said Mr.
Wait. Let's talk about this. For a second.
I thought you would say Mr. Clean or Mrs. Buttersworth.
Now,
Mr. Clean had that earring,
right?
Before everybody was rocking the earring.
Yo, he was gangster,
and he stayed in shape, Mike. He stayed in tip-top shape the whole time. Height of his career.
And I love Flo.
I love Flo.
Oh my God.
But Mr. Clean, I'm going with Mr. Clean all day.
Oh, I got one for all of y'all.
Go ahead.
Jake from State Farm, the white one or the black one?
There was a black one. I mean, there's a white one.
You already know we gonna say the black one. All right. How about this? How about this? Whopper with cheese.
This is a good one.
No, a Whopper with cheese or a Big Mac.
Mike.
Frank, which one you want? Whopper with cheese. You get the Whopper with cheese.
Are you serious?
Yes.
All three of you said Whopper with cheese.
Whopper with cheese.
Wow.
Oh,
see, first of all,
Jake from State Farm or Cliff Paul?
First of all, hold up. First of all, I think that's not fair. The two in the same bracket, like Mike said about Chris Mullin. This is just that burger shouldn't go against that burger. You got to put the Whopper with cheese against the quarter pounder.
Listen,
I'm still going with the Whopper.
Okay.
All right, let me just say this. Let me say this. Las Vegas Aces are about to literally get the crown tonight. They got one more game. They're 2-0. Does anybody think that Las Vegas Aces are going to close it out tonight? You know, like literally for the WNBA championship. I want to give a shout out to the ladies because they have right now the WNBA has their highest. They had their highest attendance record than they've ever had, and they're having the highest viewership more than they ever had.
Yeah, I was watching.
Let me tell you something though. Let me tell you the difference in this year, and I guess I'm kind of, for lack of a better word, shocked that it hasn't happened sooner. I don't know if you guys if you watch and pay attention to it. Like when they won the last game, their leading scorer comes off dancing with Ja Morant.
Yeah.
On the sideline. That's the type of thing you need to keep boosting this league up. You need some of them
Yeah.
high-profile
Yeah.
NBA players to
Yep.
attend these playoffs and championship games and doing all this on the sideline and dapping them up and everything and showing that camaraderie of leagues. That's what this joint needs. When that happened, everybody was like in awe, like, oh, because you didn't even know it was him for a while. And then when he comes up celebrating, doing the dance, and he jump up and they doing it together, phenomenal moment in basketball history. I think they close it out this next game because they found a groove in game 2.
No.
Game 1 was a back and forth battle, so they looked equal. Game 2, man, they got the groove. You heard the girl, the third girl. I don't know if she's Spanish or foreign or whatever. You got the 2 black girls that's killing, the point guard and the big girl. And then the third girl said, yeah, shit, they've been busting ass the first game. I said, let me get a part of this party going on. I said, yo, they got that swag. They got that swag.
Connecticut, yo, I'm going with the Connecticut Storm to block the sweep tonight.
Because you lived it.
That's right. So Connecticut is playing at home.
It don't count. You lived it.
They playing at home.
You forced to do it.
If Frank can pick the Patriots going against any team, basketball, baseball, whatever, I can pick Connecticut Storm.
Well, if you could pick a Whopper with cheese, then you could pick the Connecticut Storm.
Oh my God.
How about that?
Oh my God.
Tell everybody that.
Hey, listen, man, hit me up, Talent the Comedian with a DA. Talent the Comedian on Instagram. Follow me, man. I got some things popping tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. You might want to be involved. Cancer awareness on Saturday. Friday, I got my After Work Friday live up in the Coliseum in White Plains, New York. Tonight, it's going down Merrick Boulevard in Queens. Come holler at your boy. Get these laughs, man. Why they local?
Talent is coming to Boston December 4th for Brown Sugar Sundays. We hosting that first weekend of chocolate. We get to be us on the weekend in Boston for first weekend in a long time. It's great to see that too. Fig, tell everybody out there how they can follow you.
Hey, you can follow me at Comedian Fig, and if I'm not on social media, it's because I got a pot of pork knuckles set up to be ready to come off the stove very shortly.
My man Mike Shaw, tell everybody out there how they can follow you.
Nah, I can't stand Talent. Hit me at I can't stand. Because he be busy. Him and Rodney be busy. Like, hit me at I can't stand Talent and Rodney Perry.
Y'all, thank y'all for watching. I want to thank all the people who are watching. From Daniel's out there watching. Trina's out there. Frida, Renee, I see you. This is not Carolina Blue. I can't stand Carolina. I see you, Renee. I see all y'all comments. Well, some of them anyway. It's a lot of them.
Hey, yo, Frank, is Bill Belichick still a rap? Is he so?
And we will be back tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks y'all for watching. Peace.